lion's state of mind. Let us have a look at the different states of the lion's mind throughout his short but dramatic story from the savannah. We move back in time to the point where the king dwells happily with his clan, dreaming of good times and with no worries of anything. Who would dare to threaten the king and his court anyway? His nervous system fluctuates well within the range of the delta state. Only occasionally his grinding is interrupted by some youngsters hitting him with a paw in the hunt for his tail. He may respond with a peak up in alpha and change his resting position. As the hunger eats its way up the spinal cord, this merry state is interrupted and the oscillation rate of his nervous system rises. Arriving in theta, the lion is driven out of his rest, forced on his feet. Well arrived at a suitable scouting post, the oscillation hits beta as he decides for the gazelles. Strolling down towards the gazella field, he slows down in theta again for a moment. To understand the crucial moment, the end game, take a look at the lion in picture 20. This is just prior to the hunt. What is he doing? Licking his mouth, preparing for the meal. The digestion is already being fired up before the hunt begins. The saliva is appearing in his mouth, ready to start digesting the poor, defenseless kid. Only one thing exists in the consciousness of the lion, the calf. But it's not a calf anymore, it's food. But now comes the stressing part, planning the strategy. How far to crawl without stirring up the herd? Which angle of attack is possible without delivering a trail of deceiving smell to the vibrant noses of the gazelles? All this calculation happens with the beta state prevalent. Hunger makes this hunting inevitable. There is no way to overcome it. Giving into it is all there is. The young calf mentioned is no match to the lion, yet he goes all in order to be done with the disturbing hunger as soon as possible and without enduring himself. At this point, the lion resembles the blacksmith above. The attention is undivided on the object. There is little or no attention to his own body. This last stage of preparation is crucial. The frequency rises dramatically into the upper end of beta. Everything is taken into account: vegetation, slope, wind, light, even the vultures that already smell a catch. The food, be it hippos or water buffalo, might show him off and give him a fight. But fight is really not what he wants. That is why predators rather choose the smaller prey or the weak ones in the herd, because hunting is dangerous. As if the calculation was not exciting enough, now comes the moment when he curls together, preparing for takeoff. The lion has his focus fixated on the calf. His vision is narrowed to a tunnel vision. Only life-threatening incidents can now distract him. You could literally jump on his tail without fearing his retaliation if you did not haunt the calf out of his mouth, that is. Some of us may remember terrifying movie scenes where big cats strain roaring after screaming young ladies. But look at the jaguar at picture 21. Look at the face. Full concentration, This is earnest work at insane speed. Here is no roaring, no theatrical performance in order to impress the victim. Not a penny is spent on it. It could potentially slow the hunter down and make him miss. No, that kind of gimmick is exclusively for the Hollywood audience. Or maybe not exclusively in the movie industry. It happens elsewhere too. Look at this happy participant in his final sprint in picture 22. He is so close. He is the best. Number 2 is far behind and out of reach. So what could possibly go wrong here? Everything, it seems. He starts celebrating long before reaching the goal line, with arms stretching high in the air. All of a sudden, the bike starts to wobble, and presto, there he falls, scratching his knees and damaging the machine that was meant to bring him victory. As he lies on the ground and tries to get his bike up and going, there comes the next from behind, and what until this moment seemed impossible, he rides past him and is now in front. Our hero does the best he can, running with the ruined bike, but stands no chance up against a potent man on a functional bike. His too early celebration has cost him the victory. Never ever sell the bear's skin before the beast is killed. Okay, the lion has learned the lesson. He does not do such stupid failures. Through years already, he has trained his skills to the point where he is able to switch from the panorama of the savannah to full concentration on the calf, the tunnel vision. Just like a jumbo jet pilot, he checks everything before takeoff, before pushing the button. All the checking and calculation is done within the realm of beta. By pressing the button, however, he immediately switches to delta. Now there is no turning back. He has created a sort of vacuum. Now he jolts through the tunnel towards the unsuspecting kid. Pressing that button, he activates a highly specialized program that hardly can be stopped before the calf hangs lifeless in the lion's mouth, and the hunt is over. Activating the program shuts down beta with all calculation, calibration, and consideration. Entering the tunnel, time seemingly stops. Everything happens through the spine, using all power and leaving no trace of memory or reflection in the aftermath. The body is doing what is needed. There is nothing to add to it. Seen from the outside, this is extremely dramatic and violent. The lion's soul, however, is at peace, like in the eye of the storm. And all of a sudden, though, it's over. Time again becomes measurable. Even eating is not much of a feast. It is done as quickly and silently as possible, with one eye, though, on potential evil hyenas lurking in the bushes, or on the screaming vultures hanging low. The state is theta.